pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first thing is we need to approve the minutes from the last meeting at 12:03. Everybody look over the minutes. Anybody have any questions or additions or corrections to them?
No.
Then I would entertain a motion to accept the minutes.
Motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
You quote me on that math thing when you get home. He's won two. They won 2 games. I can't believe it. I'd have lost the bank. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
They work hard.
Yeah, but the freshman's really good.
Yeah.
2,000.
I think he did on one.
Sure does, but those are
Can,
They're almost identical to the ones, the 5 that we had before.
Okay, presentation of bills and claims. Anybody have any questions or notes?
Did everybody get my second email today with
Yes,
the
I did.
$2,977.41? Okay. I just want to try to get everything in before the end of the year that we can get in. So there'll be 2 claim forms for a total of $176,435.27. The total.
write that down somewhere. Okay.
It's
How about you do now off the top of your head? I'm going home.
Yep.
I'm done.
I wrote it
Do I
down.
have any corrections or additions into the bills and claims?
No.
Then I would entertain a motion to accept these.
I'll make a motion.
Jamie
I'll second.
motions, Tony seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
This is awesome. Can we finish it? Can we finish it in the dark? Shut the lights. I don't care if they hear me. What are they gonna do now? Vote for me?
I'll vote for you.
That I'm one. Oh, yeah. I can't believe it.
Okay, under old business, we tabled this the last meeting, and I talked to Jenny Lynn since then. This is on that ordinance that she proposed that the area plan had passed and the task force had spent time on and made some adjustments. And what the people, the last meeting didn't understand, this doesn't affect the township. This just affects the city limits of Monon, and it does protect our wellheads because they're in the city limits.
Yeah.
And I would suggest that we do adopt this, and they can always amend, and if the commissioners don't accept it or they amend it, I think it comes back to the area plan and we have to vote whatever, or they have to bring it back here. But right now, we don't have any real protection compared to what they've added, and it's probably not enough, but it's a start. And I know the task force is still that they're still working on other things, water and all this stuff too. So this won't be the end of it. So if anybody got any questions, I'll try to answer them. I don't know if I have the answer, but I know this is better than what is on the books now. And I know it's not retroactive. If we don't adopt it, we can't grandfather in.
Right.
And it's kind of a protection for the town.
I agree.
And when
I-
someone submits a permit application, it goes by what's enforced. Like they won't right now because there's a moratorium.
Right.
But then it goes by what's enforced at the time. So even if they were to adopt more, then, and we didn't do that, we'd still be under the original.
Right.
And then we would have, that's what they would follow for the town of Monon,
Right.
corporate
Monon would
limits,
just
which
be
I don't
following
think there's, yeah.
The old standard, and I don't think we want to do that.
Do we want to add any amendments?
I would like to see something in there so they can't build up to your doorstep.
Well, there is a setback law.
Yeah, but it's only a few thousand feet probably on there, isn't it?
Is it 1750?
I think they upped it to 1750. Well, it's like Jenny Lynn said, there's probably not a house in Woken where there's a business like that would fall into that category where they're within 1,700 feet of anyone's house.
1,700 feet's a quarter mile. So they could build up to a quarter mile off of your road. That's what I'm worried about.
But
Because if you start building that way, then you're kind of getting landlocked even more if somebody does come in and build that close to you.
So you're thinking more of a setback to the boundary, the corporate
From our
boundary?
City limits.
yeah,
So they can't build so far, like a mile away or a mile and a half away.
Well,
Keep them pushed back away from
there
the town.
is something in there that
But
in the
it's,
ordinances about it doesn't.
it's not on the data center one.
It's
Yeah.
not on the
it's
data
not.
center.
No,
Because
it says solar farms. I know now it says
Every-
like
It's
2 miles,
2
but
miles.
the town then can waive that if they want to.
Yeah, we can wait.
Because like if say you live on the outside of town there, you want to look to the east, they build that quarter mile. If they're within a quarter mile of your house, you're gonna have a lot of noise, light, and everything else. It ain't gonna look very pretty from your window. I'd hate that for that to be anybody.
Yeah.
In any direction of this town. So that would be my suggestion, is just have more of a distance away from city limits that they'd have to be.
And on this one here, it says the following noise propagation studies shall be conducted, submitted, area plan certified that noise will not exceed 50 A-weighted decibels as modeled at the outer wall of an affected dwelling. Well, I don't want to hear, if I walk outside my yard, I'm going to pass my outer wall.
I
Why
looked
doesn't it
up
go to the
like,
property line?
I looked up 50 decibels and they said that is, the sound of that would be like a normal conversation we're having right here
Probably a little bit louder than that, but yeah.
or background music. It wouldn't be any louder.
No, when you look at the sports arenas and they talk about the decibels,
Yeah.
they're in 90s plus.
Yeah.
Which is,
And
you
they're
can
one,
hear that for a
I
ways.
know Wolcott wanted to drop it down to 40. Well, I'm going to tell you, if they drop it to 40, they're going to want it to 30. So I kind of see the game that they're playing too.
With my suggestion would be to push them back farther.
It's going to reduce that.
It's gonna reduce that noise.
Yeah.
Instead of the wall, the outer wall to the property line.
Because if you push them back a mile, mile and a half, now that 50 decibels ain't so bad when you're in town.
No, I don't,
You
if
wouldn't hear it
they
at
if they go where they think they're going to go out here, we never hear it.
Well, I know that we got solar farms building in on closer to town than what these guys are wanting to build too. So it's just,
I've never really noticed the one at the school humming. Of course, I've been to a few soccer
it's
matches.
not necessarily a humming noise once it's complete. It's of noise being built
Yeah,
because they drive all the posts. All you hear is hammering
Yeah.
posts the whole time.
Right, but it's no different than really going down here.
yeah.
Plant.
Well,
I
it's a
mean,
little
you're
bit louder
gonna-
than that, but yeah. For a little
I-
while.
I'll tell you this. Randy Strasser called me yesterday and wanted me to go to Portage to a meeting because Randy Smollett Mike Smollett, the commissioner, was going to go, and it was with data centers. They were going to go over a whole bunch of stuff. I couldn't go. I had a doctor's appointment. But I don't know. I'll be honest, right now, I'd vote against it until that company comes in and sits down with us as a council and tells us what's going on. I'm not voting for it. And I told
Mhm.
people up above me that. And But I know they're still looking east down here. And I don't know if it's gonna go or not.
Mhm.
You
They
you
have-
got, you guys.
To me, it seems like they have
see
a
the
long way to
news.
go, but
Hey,
Yeah, I
you see
agree.
the news and hear the news
But I don't
just like I do. I've not seen anything positive.
mhm.
I've not heard anything positive on data centers from anywhere. But all you hear is that one side. Well, am I to believe that? If Orion or whoever it is the big wig that wants to come in here and soak in $1 billion or so, and they come in and tell us they're gonna do this, this, and this for our community, are we not to believe them? But yet we're to believe what you're hearing every day anyway? I mean, you gotta kind of.
But I don't understand why if they have the other side of the coin, that it's better for the community, why aren't they putting that out there? They're just,
The people, from what
it's too much.
It's too hush.
from what I've heard, the people that came in and spoke at, I went to one meeting, I said, that's it, I won't go to any more of those town meetings. They get somebody coming in from Indianapolis talking, well, they're anti. Now, if they're anti, you think you're gonna hear anything positive? They're paying these people to come in to tell you what you want to hear. Now, would a company do the same thing? Maybe.
I don't want them to come in and make promises and tell us what they're going to do for us. I want to know what they're not going to do to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
You know,
and
that's more
everything would
important.
be, and everything I understand so far, nothing will be done until ground is sold
Yeah.
and ground is rezoned, and that'll be a fight. I don't know if they'll ever get it rezoned.
And
I mean,
we don't get to vote on that
No.
anyway.
no,
You know, that's
I
out of our
can-
hands.
I can vote not to rezone it, and it can go to the commissioners, and the commissioners can vote 2-1 and pass it. And so we really don't have any power. We just have input.
That was my,
Inside city limits, that's all we have.
Yeah, and we want to take care of it, and that's what I think we need to do here, just take care of it.
I agree
that
with
was my,
I just would like to see that gap there, so they can.
Well,
build
I
close to our
don't
city
know if
limits.
that'll come, Chris,
I know.
down the road, if they do. I don't know if the 2 mile, if we can say they're in a mile and a half, I don't know if we can say, no, we don't want them within a mile and a half, they gotta be at least 2 mile. I don't know if that will come into play or not. I just,
we can suggest that,
yeah,
you know, and throw that on the table. Again, it's out of the town. I don't know that we're going to control that.
Yeah.
But my big point to the people that were here in the community is, please understand, we don't get to vote on that. It's
no,
not
we
our
don't
say.
vote on it.
I mean, do you think our opinion matters? I really don't think it matters. We
Probably
can
not.
voice it, but that don't matter. You know, we're up here in Monon and they're the county commissioners. And they better get a lot more good information than we got now. I mean, to make that decision, or they won't be long, I'm sure. And I feel for them. You know,
It's not
that's
an
no
easy
man's
decision
land.
to make. Well, I don't want to drag that out anymore.
But I agree with Chris. If we throw that suggestion out to, you know,
I can pass that on.
yeah. But I'm in
Do we
favor.
want to?
Yeah, I'm
We
in
probably
favor.
want to add that. Do we
The-
want
the
to add
sec-
that to it and accept it that way?
Well,
The
that,
amendment, or how do we do that?
well, you don't accept it with the amendment. You
No.
just tell them what amendments you would like to
Okay.
see, is the way I understand it.
Okay.
But I'm in favor of, I would make a motion to accept that because we need something.
Okay.
So we don't know what tomorrow brings. It might not be a data center, it might be something else.
Yeah, it could be
Let's
anything.
protect us.
All right, I have a
I'll
motion.
second
Anybody second?
that. I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Okay.
All right, that takes care of that.
Okay, so are there going to be the amendments that we want to see sent to the commissioner? Like, what are we doing there? We just
We're
accepting
just-
this it is
we're
and not making any
accepting-
recommendations
We're accepting what Jenny Lynn,
presented? Okay.
But if we could do an amendment, is that right?
Well, I mean, I think if we
To the-
accept it, then,
I would say probably draft a recommendation.
That's,
Yeah.
exactly.
okay,
Commissioners.
all right.
while I'm filling this out, Ron,
Yes.
you and Tony, we have not come to a conclusion, and I don't mean Jamie and you and Chris are not part of it, you can't vote on this. We haven't come to a conclusion how much we want to up the runs for the fire department.
Yeah.
I said $30 at the beginning. We can't afford
Can't afford
$30. That's way over our budget. So
I was
right
worried-
now it's 10.
I was worried about that at the beginning. Tony, what do you think?
I think we should do 15.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
okay with that?
So I'd like to make, I can't make a motion, but I want to be heard. Why is it this, why wouldn't it be the same as the EMS?
Well, for,
What do you mean EMS?
EMS, because they get $30 a run, but you also don't have
EMS, oh, we just. moved it.
7, 8,
We
9
just-
people that can show up.
We just moved. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Good point.
yeah.
Yeah, if we have 13 active guys.
Yeah.
On the fire department, something like that, 15, 16,
Yeah.
Active, how many do you
Oh.
have on the roster?
that's 16.
Okay, so
Okay, so didn't think of it
It's
that
mine,
way,
so.
but
Heard that.
so you're saying the firefighters up there are less important than the EMS just because there's not their number.
no, I don't think that's what.
Even
I'm saying.
before the EMS got 20.
Didn't say that was right either.
I guess my voice on it would be is I agree, but also how long has it been since there was ever an increase from the last one to $10 a run?
Mm-hmm.
And we're
Never
behind
been-
on the times,
never
you know,
been
so we
since
gotta
I've-
slowly take steps to get it.
I get that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My take is if it's the EMS, I'm having a heart attack or my house is on fire, I want the EMS to take care of me first. Hell with that house. I love me.
Okay.
That's the only,
I get it. That
that's
was
the
just
only point I got.
wanted to,
I get your point, I understand.
Is it still split on the EMS run or is everybody going?
oh, no. So
Yeah, they still
basic,
split it, right?
yeah, so basic, I mean, so there's 100 runs. And so you take 100 times
The 30.
30, 3,000. You divide that by the number of people.
But
That's
the
not-
fire, they
so-
each get paid.
Each get paid.
So they're really not making $30 a run per person.
Individually.
Yeah,
What, how many ever goes on it dictates how much
they get.
they get.
True. Good point. Okay. That's all I have.
Well, I'll make a motion to go to 15. I think that's,
You get, I mean,
I think we're splitting hairs over that. We want to go 17.
no, I was,
Yeah.
you know, 15 or 20 or, I don't know what our budget,
Well,
I would rather that we do it slowly,
okay.
even if we see what this year brings and, then revisit again in, 27, see how it goes this year. And then when we do our budget, so that we can then maybe raise it for next.
It's because you can increase it from the township as well, right?
No, we can't.
We
Well,
can,
they can. though.
He
The county
would
can.
have to.
right.
Yeah.
but we
Right.
could request that.
Yeah. But if they,
I sent an email.
because right now we're the ones that pay $30 for the town EMS, but we're still only paying 10 or 20. I'm sorry, 20 for the
Well,
township.
We need to get Jennifer involved with that side of it to get that. Because there's money there. Two,
Mhm.
he's been very helpful with this stuff and some other things when Sean's one-on-one. No offense, but Kenny's not gonna get anywhere. Some of the other, because he
don't like me.
he's
Don't
just,
like the
just-
board. I
he,
mean,
he's just so bitter. He really is. But, Chris can attest with the radios and stuff like that, and some of the other stuff that he's heard.
I
It's coming around.
do it out of trying to be professional with him, I try to keep him in the loop. If he doesn't want to answer me, I don't care.
that, you can't
Right,
let,
and at least you communicate.
I invite him to things, to the meeting, I want his input. If he chooses not to respond, I can't control that.
We all have to be professional enough to
Right.
agree to disagree.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Personal
You can't do that.
You can't.
No, you can't do that. But I agree with Jamie. I think if she goes in, it's a one-on-one. He's open-minded and more cooperative than he's going to be with us.
Mhm.
Oh, he won't.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
agree
can
with
tell
that.
you, I know Rebecca is working on the amount that we get from the township because it barely covers the runs that we're paying for the township portion of it. But that doesn't include any of the fuel that we're paying for, which a lot of the fuel goes when you're running out of town. I mean, it just makes sense. But like none of the everyday operating things. So I've given her all that information from this year and the year before to see what she would suggest that gets raised to.
I agree.
So then, but if he wants to raise his portion, then we would also have to take that into account to get more, because we're paying it out of ours. So we'd have to get more than from that contract that we have with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a motion for $15. Up it to 15. Do I have a second?
Did you make the motion?
Yeah.
All second. One of us did.
Okay.
One of us down for one.
He did after the discussion. So,
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that goes.
and you two abstained, right?
Yes. Abstain.
If 8:13's on, don't show up. Let it go.
I'm gonna hurry up and get to the fire station and walk.
That a boy.
Okay, the next thing is the AIM dental insurance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Back on the old business. We had that little meeting yesterday with the working group.
Uh-huh.
And there's not a lot going on just yet, but they do have the electrical and process plans and specs. They're all completed. Gabrielle thought they would get the certified structural plans today. And then they'll get those submitted to USDA on Friday. So then after that, we're just waiting on the approval letter from USDA to proceed with soliciting bids. So,
Okay.
yep.
All right, what about the employment handbook revision?
Oh wait, we gotta go back to the AIM dental and vision. So.
Same thing.
Well, so that is right now we'll save money on the dental if we stay with the plan we have, or even if we up it to it's actually 1,500 max instead of 1,000, but everything else is the same. That one we'd still save $276.84 on. If we stay with the same exact plan for dental, then we would save $814.32. This is per year, okay, for everybody. So it's not huge. But the one thing that's I think is a big thing is the vision. So right now we have every 24 months for contact and lenses. If we stay with the same plan with AIM, for one thing, they raise that to $150 instead of $130. But if we're every 24 months, then we would still be paying out $32.40 more for that plan. Theirs is a little bit more. If we switch to the every 12 months for contacts and lenses, we would be paying an annual additional expense of $343.68. That's for the whole year for everybody.
$343.
And 68 cents.
Increase from the year.
I-
And it's a better
Yeah.
coverage.
I'm thinking 2 years on glasses. Kind of
It's-
a long
When you
time
get old,
away.
It's 2 years on. It's 2 years
I
on
didn't know
frames.
nothing about that.
Two years on frames still.
Yeah.
But your contacts and your lenses, that
Lenses.
right now we can only do that every 2 years.
And I would rather see us go to a year for.
Mhm.
I agree.
I mean, considering it's
Yeah.
for our employees.
Yeah.
Mhm. Right.
We want to keep them, so.
Do we have any employees that wear glasses?
Well, I don't want Roger without glasses.
Well, look at and your children. I have a child who wears
Yeah.
contacts.
I mean, you got, a lot can change in 2
Right.
years. I just think it's too long to go.
I hate our insurance.
And I think
I didn't
this
even know
is
it
just
was
one
2 years
more,
was an option for contacts and lenses.
this is just one more, we can't, Roy's talking about trying to keep people and give them more. Well, this is just one little feather more that I think we're giving our employees on the plus side instead of taking away.
I'm with you
$25
100%.
a month.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. It's not really.
Overall,
costing
we're
us
still
anything.
saving.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Even if we go with option 1 for the dental and vision, that it would still save us $27,725 a year just by making, because we're switching, the medical, of course, is the biggest savings, but
I make a motion to go with option one.
I'll second it. Do we have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Hey, I know,
Okay.
I know we already started this meeting, and I don't care if the town knows, we need to keep the Bobby Wing family in our prayers.
Why?
Okay.
Because his grandson was the one that was hit at 324, Riker.
No.
Yeah, so he's in, they lifelined him, and he had aortic tear, and he was, yeah, just keep him in your prayers.
He's in
When
rough
did
shape.
this happen? Aorta,
3 days ago?
3 days ago.
ruptured spleen, broken pelvic, I think broken shoulder.
Yeah, he's in, so please.
Okay.
Had no idea.
I didn't either.
I hadn't heard that either.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. If you looked at Facebook pictures and seen pictures of the accident,
Mhm.
the engine was like sitting on the ground,
Mhm.
not in the vehicle. So,
Right, Sean
Yes.
hasn't heard that.
We need to do that.
it probably has, I would think.
Okay, the next thing
Is it
is
Sean?
resolution 2025-4. Transfer.
Oh, now we
requirement.
skip the employees handbook thing for the vacation, the sick time earned.
he also skipped if we have any visitors that would like to. talk.
Oh, I didn't have that on there,
I
actually.
think you guys out here.
I like the way you think.
So the employee handbook revision thing was just to change so the police department can get 12 hours for what they're actually shifted to work. Does that make sense? Shifted to work.
We
But
still need
anyways.
to sign it, so.
Yes, that you're gonna sign. Oh, well, they haven't voted on it yet.
I make a motion.
Hang on. We're going back to the handbook real quick.
Okay.
So if I just need to know if everybody's okay with that handbook to take effect January 1st.
Yeah.
So that is to just make it clear that if they work a 12-hour shift, they should be awarded a 12-hour day off.
Agreed.
I agree with that. However, I don't agree with the 12-hour shift.
Right.
So,
We are aware of that. Well, we are.
I don't like 12-hour shifts either, but I don't care about the police talking about me.
I just think if they work a 12-hour shift, that's their day.
Yeah,
They
it is.
should be
It's
compensated.
Yeah.
That's the
So-
kind of way I look at it.
so why isn't it based off of total vacation times, total hours?
Because we're nice.
What do you mean?
Wouldn't that be unfair to the ones that are just hourly?
I'm just don't.
They
I'm
can
just
only
asking.
do 8 hours. and
See, a lot
these guys do
of places go by your 40-hour work week and amortize that out on holiday pay, vacation pay and sick pay. And they do that based on a yearly hourly thing, which we are kind of doing also. It's just that they're on a 12-hour shift, so we're compensating them in the 12 hours.
standard with the others, and then see, we work, it's an 84-hour.
84 every 2
We
weeks,
work
yeah.
84 hours.
So- Here's my problem with that, okay? I'm not saying it's happened by any means. So if we're gonna change this, let's put a schedule out for the whole year. Then if, you see what I'm saying? Because you could sit here, I'm gonna be Jake, okay? Here's what I wanna work. I don't even know how you make the schedule. But I'm gonna say, Roger, I'm not gonna work today, but I'm gonna work tomorrow because I got something else to do. You're not using a vacation day. You can manipulate your schedule. You can manipulate your schedule so you wouldn't have to use a single vacation day.
Yeah, but we don't do that. It's one side of the week and the other side of the week, and that constantly rotates throughout. The thing with, because there's things that are gonna come up, like with Jake say, okay, we're gonna go do a family vacation with other members of the family, and we couldn't get the cabin at this time this year, but we could get it at this time. So there's still gotta be some flexibility as to when
So
your schedule. and your
are we
vacation.
flexible with our town employees that work for you during the week?
Yeah, we don't make them.
Hey, I'm gonna
say-
come work Saturday and Sunday for you instead of during the week.
No,
Oh, that's
not
something
flexible on
different.
the work.
That's different.
No, that's
Flexible.
no, that's what I'm saying. Okay, because you guys have your rotating schedule, your 12 on, 12 off, or 12, off, whatever that is, okay? Hey, I want my weekend falls as a work instead of using vacation. I want to move the date there. Well,
No, they can't do
And
that.
say they've not
So-
done that.
so why wouldn't we want to publish a whole year's thing so we could see that for ourselves?
Wouldn't that be kind of,
Because
They
it's
change all the
basically
time.
the way,
Why would we change?
but
It doesn't-
basically,
it
in
doesn't.
the other, in the street employees, we don't say, you have to come in January 1 and tell me when you're gonna take vacation this year. Or you're gonna tell me when you're gonna take off.
But
They
we
have to
also,
give a 48-hour
Okay.
note, or
All right.
48-hour
I
notice.
get that, but here's what I'm saying is, we know the town, I'm sorry, when I say town, I'm not, town employees, police, right, that's different. But we know the town employees are working Monday through Friday. Okay? 52 weeks a year, right? So we know their schedule. You're saying you know that schedule for the whole year, but you don't put it out there. So put the schedule out there for the whole year.
I can put the whole schedule out for the year minus PTO days and vacation days,
Right.
Perfect.
which.
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying,
it's-
yeah.
It's not a,
They're on a
Yes,
regular
it's-
rotation.
it's
Like,
a regular rotation. I mean, this week, say for example, this
I
week
can-
I work Wednesday and Thursday. And then I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You're different, right? Because we got you.
Well, I'm
Whatever.
different, but I still have, because if I could go Monday through Friday, I'd go Monday through Friday, but I can't do that because we're gonna lose coverage if we go away for 12-hour days.
I
Unless,
disagree.
how? Explain it to me, I guess.
Because we're gonna be covered more day. We'll have more days.
We won't.
Yeah, yes, there is.
Well, you may have more days, but with the exception of 2 days, you're gonna lose 4 hours a day coverage. 4 hours a day coverage.
So
We are
Lou-
covered 12 hours a day, 7 days a week currently. That's what we're covered. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can't get any more coverage unless you hire 5 more full-time people, wages and benefits.
Okay.
And we don't have that money. So we have the maximum coverage, because I used to do that with G. There was 2 days that we overlapped and you covered 16 hours. Rest of the time you covered 8 hours. And so currently with 12-hour shifts, we are covering 12 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Okay. So you're gonna get the schedule out for the whole.
I can put the schedule out for the whole year. Instead.
I know.
Shy of.
so I've never heard you guys say,
Sorry.
we're switching weekends or we're doing
No,
this or we're doing
no.
that. It's always, I just know now who's going to be.
Once you learn the schedule, you
Yeah.
can pretty well tell, this.
I haven't looked at the schedule forever, right? But I feel, and I still feel that and I think that's the flexibility thing of the position, right? But my whole thing about it is, hey, if I wanna work these next few days from 4 o'clock to 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock to 3 o'clock, I
And
don't
see, and one of the others with the flexibility is like, I've had to get on G because we don't really have a comp time policy or overtime policy or straight salary. And I've had to tell him, no, if you're scheduled to go to training this day and you have 4 hours of training, you got to stop coming in and working 12 hours on top of the 4 hours training. That
Mhm.
4 hours training is part of your 12
I
hour
agree.
shifts.
I see that.
So
I just,
that's the flexibility. in it.
I just, if you're indeed saying that we're covering, say, 7 days a week, I don't know that type of stuff, so I have to,
We're
Really
covering
agree
7
with
days a
you.
week.
I'd like you guys to see a better job on Fridays and Saturdays, because I noticed some of the times you guys are getting off at 10.
But in the summer, and that kind of goes flexible, and you'll notice with the report, this time of year, and even off of our flock cameras and stuff, we are getting zilch on track. So in the summertime, we work later because that's our more contacts. You got more lake people and stuff like that. where we're getting a little more day coverage and around the weather and stuff like that here.
Okay.
And just so you guys know that, I do have the paper from Bob that January the 4th, he'll be released and back to normal.
Awesome.
Yeah, so. But we're gonna keep him on a strict regimen of you're not working 4 days to 5 days a week, to up to full power. So Tyler will still be helping out. And Bob's good with that. He's actually been in his free time coming to the school
Yeah.
on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I seen he looked pretty good. the other day.
Yeah, he looks good. The nice thing was, if he didn't have a major event, this is preventative maintenance we're doing. So the healing process seems to be going a lot faster.
Good.
Good news.
Bob's been up there a long time, like at the school. And so they've kind of got their own routine. I can tell you they miss him. So, so yeah.
Okay, we got this handbook thing settled down.
So is everybody okay with us just changing this portion? Just to make it so that the police work a 12-hour shift, that's whatever hours they get, that's what they're gonna get for their comp time and days. So, or not comp, but their benefit.
And then we kind of noticed today, somewhere it slipped through the crack that Jake hadn't been getting his.
Yeah, there's no cell phone stipend for Jake.
Jake, it's in the handbook, but it's never been taken out.
Well, and there's not even a place in the general fund that it says it's gonna come
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
Which I thought was odd, but we do not, I was like, no. Roger and I have been looking at the Verizon bill. I'm like, we're not, wait a minute, we're not paying for Jake's phone.
Really?
So I asked him today and he said,
So-
yeah, no.
So my question is on that, why aren't we doing that? Because.
We thought it was.
Well, I
No,
knew
no,
he
no.
wasn't, but I thought he
No,
had,
no,
I
my-
mean, it
my-
just,
My point is, why would we not, to protect Jake, why would we allow him to use his personal cell phone? Say we have a case that involves minors and he's gonna take pictures. Why would we want to expose that to a personal cell phone?
We actually have a app through our Axon that we can take our pictures on our phones, even though mine's, and to me, and we gotta tweak some things because for somehow Verizon changed some things on ours. It used to be my cell phone and Tony's cell phone bill, we got the government rate, we only pay $30 a month for it. But then on the street employees and stuff, if they, if they do something, we're replacing their phones. Because I think Verizon hates me because I always call them and say, what's the newest edition that's free? And then we spend a little money for the carrier and stuff like that. But yeah, but with that app, we can take those pictures and then it downloads and it doesn't take up the memory of the phones and stuff.
Well, I just, protected him with this, because next thing you know, hey, this guy's got porn on his.
But we still have that extra phone that was Tony's.
Mhm.
Why
No, we're-
couldn't we?
we can't even get into it.
We can't
No,
get in.
Listen, at this point in time,
You just get a new one.
No, but we could use that phone and give it to Jake.
it's just a line. We canceled the line.
We can't.
So we did end up canceling the
And
line.
then that,
We're not paying.
when mine broke, then I took that phone until I was,
Oh, we couldn't get into it though. The one that was Tony's old one?
Yeah, we never got the.
I
Yeah.
took the phone, took the SIM cards out, put the SIM card out of my phone. And used it
Oh.
because they were identical, because I always
Oh.
ordered the phones from me
Uh-huh.
and stuff.
So you can still use it.
But
that way.
yeah,
I think we should supply him with one, but how would we do that?
it's
Right.
actually cheaper in the long run.
Right.
So,
Well, as
I
long as we
just
get
don't
it
like-
figured out to be on unlimited.
It's
I
a
agree.
protection, man.
It's
Listen.
laptops and everything. I don't think we should.
Not be personal. And,
Yeah.
and I would have, with Christie's son just getting on Lafayette PD, I'm like, man, you got two. He's like, you have to. And he was explaining some of the
Yeah.
policies. I'm like, you know what? That makes
And,
sense.
and probably down the road when we go to upgrade, because I know like my computer is probably the oldest one, because I always gave Bob and Jake the newest. I like my sons at Purdue's. They use tablets. And then the tablet can come out and the tablet can take those pictures and stuff and then still do their MDT in the car. So it keeps everything on there. Yeah. But no, we can add
Look
that
into.
to the phone.
I would say let's go ahead and make a motion to, work on getting Jake a cell phone.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
And I'm not saying just Jake, but any officer that we have that's
Yeah.
full-time.
Yeah.
And that's. Good.
What about Bob being the SRO at the school?
You should have his own.
We have access to the things there to be able to take.
Okay.
the pictures of
Okay.
the schools.
I say he's gonna be dealing with the minors more.
It's-
Like, I mean, you know, on a daily basis and
I'm old school. I would love to see cell phone blockers put in schools.
And it tells.
Once you walk that door, the phone's done.
yeah.
But in the same token, also when stuff goes bad, it's a
Mhm.
lot of things.
Right.
Okay, now are we ready for this?
Holy
Are
cow.
we still on? the
Sorry.
handbook?
Come on.
Is everybody okay with the handbook? Everybody's okay with that?
Everybody's
Okay.
with that?
All right. We're moving forward.
Now we're on this.
The transfers that require the council approval,
Transfer.
and that was 50,000 to rainy day from the
Right.
general fund, which we discussed way back
And
when.
500,
And that's from a park line
right.
to their committee, their whatever board members pay. Yeah.
Have any questions on this one?
No,
Then I would take a motion to accept this.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
One,
I think
I better apologize.
that one mic.
We do. I didn't figure out how to get on there. Well, $2. Tell it's the end of the week, kid. I'm about out of
I
gas.
tried to watch the last meeting. but I missed
It wasn't.
They
We
said
had
that.
technical difficulties. Yeah, and I don't know. I hooked it up today. I just took it up to the town hall and I hooked everything up and it's fine.
Probably YouTube problem.
It didn't even say there was anything wrong with the microphone or anything.
Okay, the next one is, list of line item transfers.
Yes.
I'm not gonna go through every one of these. I think we all gotta cut. You said-
Those are ones that do not require any council approval, but at the end of the year, they've just have always included those.
Yeah.
But I made them separate since the kind of,
It's a total amount of $40,921.
those transferred
Anybody?
in their inner lines to another line.
Some go to the general fund and there's some to the
Park.
MVH fund,
Mhm.
Park Intermediate. Or Park Inter Department.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions on these?
No.
Then I have an entertained motion to accept this one.
No.
Ron makes motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Nobody here. I'm afraid to walk out.
Thank you.
You're
All right, the last one is appropriations for encumbrances for the 2025 budget year. That, 6,426 general machinery and equipment. That's for the snow plow for the new truck.
Mhm.
Then we have police uniforms for $730, total of $7,156.04. Anybody have any questions on these? I will entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion.
All right, Chris, motion. I have a second. Jamie seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh,
I
I've never seen this.
I
before.
know. It's a template I got for someone else.
That's okay. Annette, are you working tomorrow?
Yes.
Are you gonna then let Jenny Lynn know? that this-
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send it over to him. Yep.
Oh,
And you guys all got the message that we're going to postpone our lunch until
lunch until
Monday.
Keep you there.
Oh, well,
Roger, you have anything?
we weren't sure what
The
to
only
do.
thing I was gonna send a text out to you guys, and said we had the meeting tonight. We started filling the clarifier that's been down for a couple months yesterday, and we fired it back up after the parts all finally got here and it got going. So the clarifier is up and running. Do have the Civic Center. We have one boiler that's down there. The other Roger Gunn says that wasn't a common part, so Kyver's heating and cooling had to order that part. I reached out and haven't got a response back to him yet to see if he's got that part yet, but it's one that's not common to be on the shelf, so. We'll get that back up and running.
Imagine that, right?
We saved the plow off the red truck we sold, and when we got it back, and after sending Brad all the information on it, they installed the newer wiring for the new truck, so the old plow wouldn't work. So that's what we encumbered to get from Terry's equipment up by Winnemac, and I reached out to the purchaser of the old red truck to see if he found a plow, and he hadn't. So he's purchasing. Did he stop in yet?
Mm-mm.
Or did I get him to pay for that?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So we sold it and got rid of it. So it's not sitting there.
The only thing I have written down for was that tote delivery.
Oh,
I tell
yes,
them it's going to start.
Totes are gonna be
22nd.
delivered on the 22nd of this
Which is-
month, and they're going to put them out
which is
on the
Monday.
23rd and the 24th with our help. Then on the 27th, we're gonna have to go around and pick up the waste management totes as they get empty. So,
So
They're
they
good.
need to be out to,
No, that's just going to be after they pick up the trash, right? The 27th.
oh, they're just gonna
27.
pick them up.
we're gonna pick them up because we don't,
That's
the next,
Saturday.
by the next
They'll
day,
be full.
they'll be full, so.
But they will already have their new
We're
tote.
gonna run some, yeah.
We'll send something out on the, we'll
And,
hopefully get something together tomorrow.
The first day of pickup for On Point will be the 3rd, I believe.
But
I think that's.
they're picking them up, the current one's on the 27th. They're picking trash
Yeah,
up.
the third.
Yes,
Okay.
that will be the day, because of the holiday and stuff,
Yeah.
that will be waste management's last day.
Okay.
And we'll, like say, we'll vacation the parks dumpster until the park opens, and then we'll get one back down there and go from there.
We should post that and even on
Yeah.
Facebook in 2
Yeah.
languages.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and add,
Right.
tell your neighbor
Oh,
Yeah.
so the word gets out.
Yeah,
'cause
so and we kind of left it, listen, these people that called waste management and got second totes on their own.
mhm.
We have a list of those.
Right.
And we're gonna pick up one tote there, then they can deal with waste management, and if they want a tote from On Point, then they'll have to contact On Point and
Mhm.
request a second tote.
Right.
we just need to make sure we post, because Kenny's right. About 2 hours after they empty the
Yeah,
trash
we-
on the 27th, they'll start filling it up again.
And, you know, technically. in the
And-
month,
Were we going to put a letter with the totes too?
Yeah, I'd like to put a letter with the totes on, should have that fixed up tomorrow.
Okay.
And that, on the, if you constantly overfill yours, you need to call and get your second tote yourself.
That overfilling is an issue, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the
Because I drive
overfilling is
around
an
and
issue.
see those.
You
And
know, and if we're gonna keep a vendor that's gonna give us a 3-year contract and stuff, we need to try to mediate that as much as possible. We did order some more snow route signs. We do have an ordinance that says that you're not supposed to park uptown when the snow. So
I need on Holly Street too.
I'll Ollie Street,
Yeah, no parking both sides of the street
on Simpson Street,
every day.
every day.
You better
You
do
actually
that
have-
on race
you actually
for
have a nice
Yeah.
street.
second.
Yeah.
We do, but we have some people that park on the sides of the streets and they have a driveway.
So we're actually gonna, I said, because here's the deal, I'm tired of knocking on businesses uptown to see whose vehicles or who, and we have a lot from the solar fields in Pulaski County staying in apartments above the Mexican restaurant. And once the signs are up, I'm gonna quit knocking, I'm gonna start towing, and they can just call me. I did
I
tell
thought we used to have signs up there that had a time limit on them for certain times of the day.
it, well, not a time limit, but it used to be no 2-hour parking.
Yeah.
But
You gotta be able to enforce it.
again, you can't force it. I mean, and stuff. I did talk to you probably noticed the ones there at the Civic Center, the 150 Union guys. They were working at the solar place, staying up there, and I told them, "Hey, listen, if you got a vehicle and you guys got a pool, and you're just gonna leave vehicles," I tagged one the other day. It hadn't moved for 3 days or 4 days. I said, "Move them over to the town parking lot. The ones that aren't gonna move for every day. If you're not gonna use them every day, and you're gonna pool up to the solar field, then keep your ones you're not using parked over in the city parking lot."
What's that?
On the
Curbs.
east side of the curbs, that belongs to the town. That parking
Okay.
lot does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So park over there.
On that building, am I wrong? There's only one way out on that apartment. Is that correct?
Don't even get me started.
Well, I'm like,
I would, you are right. That is,
how does that pass?
well, every time I bring that up and it throws back to, they want to throw it back into the lap of our volunteer fire chief to condemn it.
Can you do that?
He can. It falls within his power.
That's,
It's not probably in bad shape. It just
grocery
needs
store.
to be
It's not
above.
great shape.
Above the
When
grocery
you want to walk up there.
I don't want to walk.
It's not in great shape up there.
Oh, it's not. So it's not even safe.
One,
I've been up there.
it's,
Yeah, I'm just talking.
there's, I can tell you, there's no fire alarms up there. No smoke detectors.
Is the sink still busted? Probably.
I've been up in stairways when there's water dripping down the stairway.
Well, isn't that our health department too, if there's no sink?
Well, there was one, but
Well,
broke.
they all have sinks and stuff, but yeah, in the past, things froze because in the hallway, it's not really heated that well. One of the things that we need to kind of keep in mind, and in talking to the other Roger Young, a lot of people don't realize, but that kind of alleyway that goes behind that Mexican grocery store from one alley to the other, that actually belongs to Norman Young and Young and Sons.
Yeah, it does.
That alley thing, because it's a private alleyway. Now, Brandon, I think, went and paid the taxes, the back taxes on it, and it's still in their name. But I don't think, if anything down the road, if Brandon and them ever decide to let that go, I think the town needs to pick that up. Because, and then clear everything out of there, except for businesses' dumpsters. Because if, say you take, say the steakhouse ends up, say they end up with, well, they could shut off to the other businesses and vice versa, any other. I think that's a thing that would down the road, if somebody gained control of that and decided you businesses can't use it.
So what's it worth to the Youngs? Why did they even?
It just was part of it with Young and Sons. I don't know, that's something to have to run across Brandon or Roger. Roger has no interest in it.
We should, so Roger owns it?
No, well, it's still under Norman Young and Young and Sons, but Brandon paid the taxes on last. Now that, they're gone in the States, I don't know what it would transpire for us to get our hands on that, but that's something that's bugging me.
From the courthouse? Would it have started at the courthouse?
Yeah, it'd be something that, talked to Brandon and them and said, I don't know what he wanted for myself, because when it comes down to it, like this year was probably the worst I've ever seen it with the weeds and stuff like that. So he's gonna be the one to get the letters, and the trash and stuff would go to him.
So why don't you just go to the, find out what the deal is and see if we can just say no.
Okay. I'll talk to Roger and Brandon.
You're talking north of that, the like behind the Nancy's
Yeah, it goes
grocery.
behind the bar,
okay,
goes behind
right.
Between the old-
from the alley to the
Right.
highway.
Between the old Eagles and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put, the new steakhouse could put a patio out in back and shut that whole alley off. And have like a beer garden there in the summer.
Well, and I think too, if we had it, we could
control
clean it up and control it, and you wouldn't have the parking and all that. Dumpsters are one thing, but you get all of it.
It's pretty rough down that
It's
alley.
pretty rough. And, the fire department had to go there.
You're not gonna
You're
get it.
yanking stuff out and moving stuff. So yeah, I'll talk to them and see what their long-term goal is on that.
Good call.
I don't have anything else right now.
Tony?
Nothing.
Chris? Only thing I ask is, what we're doing with the drop-off box.
Trying to get that done, and hopefully we can get it done before.
Because now we got snow on the ground, and I know the lady that's kind of pushing me for it. It's like, yeah, I'd hate for it to fall.
If, I'll do this, Chris, if we can't, we should still be able to dig here with the days coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And if we can't get it done that way, we will do some kind of temporary mount to hold it in place until weather breaks.
I saw
If I had-
tire tracks up in the yard going up there.
Oh, really?
Why
Yeah.
can't we just put a mailbox out there?
It's gotta be a lock.
It's gotta be a lock box, somebody
Yeah.
taking stuff out of it.
And it can't
we
be-
put it at the
Cash.
edge of the road to where people can drive up.
And it can't be movable because what if somebody take off with it?
True.
I don't know, maybe Fred can put a plate on the bottom of something or weld a plate and just sink it in the ground and bury it for now.
We'll
Somehow,
we will
just
get something
mounted.
done. We were working on a meter pit today, down at 609 Ray Street, because that was one that was turned into a duplex. And the guy actually ran 2 new water lines, one to take care of the existing one and then a new one for the second part of the duplex. And that's the one, I think I
Or
included
did the
everybody
email.
in the email from IDM because I asked if we had to get waiver.
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah.
One person told me yes, and then her boss says, no, you don't. So,
Even though it's a new water line, he didn't have to, they already had it.
well, he's eventually wants to separate the sewer lines too. But he's running 2, and then we will, there's a minimum fee on that.
For the
so
water
we'll
tap.
Tally up our bills, because we did have to go buy some stuff for that, and then we'll have expensive nut second meter in there and everything, so.
Well, that one says that for the 5/8 to 3/4 that we charge 1,500.
5/8, 3/4.
Yeah.
He
If it's 1 inch or higher, where we charge the labor, the materials, or the minimum 1,500. So, I mean, it says it's 1,500.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think we'll have everything covered.
Yeah.
with the 1,500.
We'll have, I mean,
You'll have to because.
yeah,
you
because
can't-
if it's not a
already
1
set.
inch, then it's already set. But
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah.
it's,
so for that one, I don't know that we really have to
3/4,
figure
3/4,
anything.
3/4.
Yeah.
What he put 3/4 in there from the house.
Because that one just has a flat fee.
But
So, yeah,
It's still a 5/8 meter, isn't
he's,
It's gonna be a 5/8 meter and 3/4 copper.
it? Okay.
We went 3/4 to the yoke
Oh,
and stuff, so, yeah, but it'll be the 5/8 meter.
still the same fee.
Jamie, you have anything?
Buildings on, across the alley from the bar. What's come of it?
What's this?
The.
Behind the locker plant.
The old liquor
Oh,
store.
He wasn't
now.
here.
Rebecca sent a letter. Did you get a copy of the letter?
I didn't, but then you said that he was going to contact a structural engineer.
Yeah, we hadn't heard anything back.
No. And I told Rebecca that. And she just said that if we did hear back from him on that, to forward her whatever.
Listen, shouldn't she forward us the letters that are sent out so we know that they're sent out?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I was told, well, I knew you got it because he called me.
Or at least a notification that she
Yeah.
sent it.
Because I couldn't give you, if you wanted me to give you a deadline, I couldn't give you because I haven't seen it.
But I would be interested to see the information she sent, the letter. So we know, so
She
we're on board with
basically-
you.
She basically-
I think we can.
We're the board that she
Yeah.
works for us.
She basically sent an order out like I would send it out with a deadline. Now, my thing is, I think we need to probably pursue that one through the courts for the simple fact of you're looking at 30,000 plus trucking, plus relocation, and we don't have that amount of money in our property cleanup and that. So if I'm say I'm gonna play the devil advocate here, okay, so you're gonna come in, you're gonna tear this down, clean it up and haul it off, and you're gonna put a lien on my property ain't worth that, so keep it.
I get that, but what are we gonna do when it falls in the
Well, and
alley?
that's, I think it needs pursuit. I think
Somebody's gonna wear that as a hat.
You can start putting liens on all this stuff, right?
if you remind, no, you can only do it on the property. So, but my thing is,
I
if
think it's
we
supposed
let
to-
too sure to follow through with it through the court, kind of like the hotel down by the state police post.
Yeah.
You get a judge's signature on a court order to take it down, and then it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because it does need to come down, and we need to get that alley
Cleaned up. Is there any way we can go back to the owners of the locker plants insurance and say, hey, Terry, at least give us the money for the demolition? It should have been, listen, it should have been it was part of the fire.
They're claiming that they're not liable for that.
I have more information that I don't want to disclose in an open meeting. To that, I'll have private conversations with that, information I know firsthand.
At this point, it's just illegal.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is so unsafe right now.
Well, yeah, even if the wall falls in, it could hit the restaurant across the alley now, and then now you have more problems.
I'm worried about the kids or
Oh, yeah.
the adults.
I know we have the alley
Going
shut
on.
down, but people still walk around it.
Well, I mean,
It's gonna
everybody
land
was
in the
kids.
street too.
And it's an inconvenience to the post office and the other people down that alley, the trash company that picks the trash
Yep.
up and everything.
That thing falls, it's gonna end up in 4th Street also. I mean, those barricades
yeah.
aren't gonna retain anything, you know,
And the thing is,
cars.
really surprised, it will not surprise me one day to drive by and the fencing be gone, because fencing was actually
Part of the,
only a 30-day part.
Oh,
But
guys.
obviously the insurance company hasn't followed up and said, hey, come get your fence.
unless they're not gonna do it, unless they're not getting billed.
For it, but yeah. So, yeah.
That's it.
I have nothing.
Motion.
Next meeting, January 7th?
Yes, at 6:30.
6:30.
I'll second.
Hey, and if we wanted to change that, I mean, I've got my hours changed now that I get off an hour earlier.
No, I leave at 6:30
Yeah, I
because
do.
when baseball season gets here, I can't get here by 6.
Okay.
Perfect.
I have a motion.
I second it.
Meeting adjourned.
Aye.
All in favor?
You all.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet.